to Jay and Mo, Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, December 2nd. And Joe, I was wrong.
You were wrong?
Yes, I was wrong. We like to admit when we're wrong on this podcast.
Did we?
Yes. Well, we are wrong a lot. But I was wrong. You remember how after the game, after Brian Kelly was fired, I said I had never been so happy after a loss in my entire life?
Okay, yeah.
I was wrong. Now, I have never been so happy in my entire life after a loss.
Okay.
We got Lane Kiffin, baby.
We got Lane Kiffin.
We got Lane Kiffin, baby. We got Lane. Is that you look pretty good there.
Yes.
What's this get up you got going on?
I changed the look a little bit.
I see you did.
You noticed?
I did. I don't know why. Why on God's green earth would you have a visor with LSU on it and a hoodie?
And a hoodie that has LSU on it. I feel like I look exactly like the AI photos and edits of Lane Kiffin going to LSU.
You do.
This is my best LSU Lane Kiffin outfit.
You nailed it. Nailed it, bro. As soon as I walked in, I saw it. I was like, damn, is that Lane Kiffin? Oh, okay. Nope. That's Joe. That's Joe. And you're drinking a what? Drinking a what?
Yes. So I actually, for this exact occasion, I am drinking a hot toddy, or as I like to call it, Ole Miss's Tears.
Oh, you. Dude, the Ole Miss fans, but you knew this was coming.
Yep.
Well, you knew it was coming. I mean, the writing was on the wall the whole time.
Of course.
Come on. You comparing Baton Rouge to Ole Miss? I'm sorry. You have the Grove. What the fuck is the Grove? I still don't know what the fucking Grove is.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
They're almost whining as much as Florida fans right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get into that.
Hottie toddy? No. That's just a longer version of Joe's drink.
Yes.
What else you got? Come on. You had Eli Manning. That was the best season you had up until this point. And then, Lane left. For obvious reasons. Stop being... I'm going to be happy, okay? We're just going to... You know what? We're going to have a different outline today for our show. It's going to be all college. We'll have our NFL picks at the end. But it's going to be all college football because this is the juice. This is we're getting real into the meat of college football, and the NFL is kind of like, it'll start getting better. Next week's slate is amazing. We'll talk about that. Okay. But let's get to the biggest news of the week. LSU hires Lane Kiffin. It's a $91 million contract. They added the $1 million as a bonus, or what? Not a bonus. They're paying for Lane Kiffin, what Lane Kiffin would have made in Ole Miss's postseason.
A couple of incentives.
Yes. So, whether or not he coached Ole Miss for the postseason, he still made his $1 million. So, it's $91 million. Mm-hmm. Dude, he kept Blake Baker. He brought in his Ole Miss offensive staff. I think, if the dominoes could have fallen in the perfect order for LSU, I think they did. I think as far as coaching hires, as far as him waiting, I really do think he waited just to see if maybe he got into the SEC championship game. I don't think he was trying to screw over Ole Miss.
Oh, no. I don't think so either.
If you look at the timeline of everything, he decided after he found out Ole Miss wasn't going to the SEC championship game.
Yeah. I mean, but he still fought to try to play or coach for the playoffs. I mean, that's an undeniable fact. As far as all the rumors and all the information that's been leaked out at this point, what is true, what is not true, the undeniable fact is that he wanted to coach this team through the playoffs.
Yes, and LSU would have let him.
Yep.
The only reason Ole Miss fans have to be upset is because he left. You got dumped, okay? That's essentially what happened. You got dumped. Deal with it. Move on. Your defensive coordinator is
Pete Golden.
Pete Golden. He's gonna be good. I mean, he'll be all right.
He's got some good experience. I don't know if he's going to propel them in the level that Lane Kiffin did this season, especially. But he'll be a good, consistent winner. I mean, he was a defensive coach at Alabama under Nick Saban. He's under that tree.
That tree.
And he did a really good job with the defense this year. So, yeah, no, I think they'll be fine. They'll be fine with him.
Yeah.
It's not a bad hire. But my thing is this. And this is maybe a little bit more into the play of the mind of athletic directors. So the athletic director, Keith Carter, for Ole Miss.
He looks like a douche.
I mean, he kind of fits the bill for Ole Miss, though.
He does fit the bill for Ole Miss. They all look like douches.
Yeah. So, but if you were going to hire, if you had in mind that you were going to hire Pete Golding, I think that he played his cards wrong on this one. So
who played their cards wrong?
Keith Carter.
Oh, Keith Carter. Okay.
In Ole Miss. I think he played his cards wrong on this because, let's say, I mean, because Lane was wanting to drag out this decision for as long as he could, right?
See, but I don't know if he was trying to drag it out to be a diva. And I know people are going to be like, oh, it's Lane Kiffin. Of course he was going to be a diva. No, I don't think... I think he dragged it out because he wanted to finish out the season at Ole Miss.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I mean, everybody's comparing Lane Kiffin as, post-sober Kiffin comparatively to pre-sober Kiffin. And, these are two different animals now.
Different guys, yes.
Two different guys now.
And that's why I'm actually even more excited. But anyways,
Exactly.
we'll get to the LSU part of it.
But I think... if Keith Carter would have just let him stay with the program, I think that would have been a higher chance that Lane Kiffin actually would have stayed. Because if you would have delayed the decision, just let Lane Kiffin coach, let him make the decision after the season, knowing Lane Kiffin's mind and how he thinks, if they would have won, gone all the way to the championship and maybe won the national championship, what's not to say that Lane Kiffin decides, hey, maybe I do have it good here.
Yeah.
And I just stay at Ole Miss. Why would I need to leave to LSU? Because in LSU
that's an excellent point.
Yes, LSU actually played their hand and was like, hey, we're going to let you coach through we're going to let you coach through the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Test their patience. If you're Keith Carter, test LSU's patience and be like, okay, well, let's let him coach through because I would love to have a memorable season, even if he leaves.
And here's the thing, even if he stayed, Pete or Lane Kiffin stayed throughout the whole the postseason, you knew you were going to promote your defensive coordinator.
Exactly. You had a fallback plan.
Yes. So
why
wouldn't you want Lane Kiffin to finish out the season?
Yeah, I really think I think this is a narrative that's not being talked about very much because I think the media just loves latching on to the Lane Kiffin is the villain type of character.
Yep.
They're addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's where he messed up. I think you could have kept Lane Kiffin because if he wins a national championship with Ole Miss, he's not leaving.
No way.
He's not leaving.
No way. And they were set up perfectly because that's 11-1's the best season Ole Miss has ever had.
Yep.
In program history.
Yep.
Now, and so he had all the momentum going in. Mm-hmm. They looked good. I mean, they weren't they weren't Ohio State type, but hell, it's the playoffs.
Anything can happen.
Nobody knows because we'd never had a 12-team playoff. So we've had a 12-team playoff. We've only had two. This is our second one. So we don't have a big sample size.
No.
We have a very small sample size. So you have no idea what's going to happen.
I mean, who's not to say that? I mean, this is college. So who's not to say that there won't be a Cinderella at one point or another, like
Correct.
we have in March Madness?
Correct. It's a little harder in football, but I agree. I agree.
But still, I mean, it's a small sample size.
Yeah, it happened with the Giants in 2012 or something like that. So It happens in the NFL.
Yes,
it can happen. It can happen. Let's talk about. That's an excellent point, by the way. Let's talk about LSU and what this means for the for the college. I think this brings in a offense that we desperately need. This brings in the fact that he called Coach O as he was driving through. Did you hear about this?
Yes, I did.
So as he was driving through Baton Rouge to LSU, he called Coach O because he felt Coach O. He felt the Louisiana presence, and he called him. He's like, man, I was thinking about you. I'm driving through Baton Rouge. I was thinking about you. Coach O said it's the best place in America, man. And then he yelled out the window, "Go Tigers!
Go Tigers!"
Yeah. Oh no, dude. I haven't been this excited for a coach. A coach hire in a long time, actually.
I was gonna say
Because like when we hired Coach O, I was pumped. Yeah, but like he didn't have like all the background that Lane Kiffin had.
The pedigree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Les Miles, not even that. No.
We had to do some research on Les Miles when he got hired.
I haven't been this excited. And Brian Kelly, dude, I don't even like. So I wasn't really excited about Brian Kelly. I made myself excited about Brian Kelly.
I think we were more surprised about Brian Kelly than we were excited.
I have my doubts about the Brian Kelly hire. I thought we waited too long. I thought we passed on a couple of good coaches. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I haven't been this excited about an LSU coaching hire probably since Nick Saban. And even then, he came from Michigan State, which he did well at Michigan State, but he didn't like blow everybody's tits off.
Yeah.
So like I don't think I've ever been this excited about an LSU hire.
I was about to say.
I can confidently say that.
Yeah, and I can't remember myself being that excited at 9 years old about Nick Saban being hired at the time. So
correct.
Now I'm actually authentically, feeling that excitement. I was very excited, during his tenure, especially whenever he won the national championship. But during the absolute time of the hire, no, probably not.
Right. It's what's that word? Retrospective.
Retrospective.
Yeah.
Where you're looking back.
Looking back. Yeah. When did he get hired? 2001?
No, 1999.
You were not. I was 9 in 1999.
Well, I was 8.
You were 8.
Even
yeah.
proves my point
Yeah,
a little bit even more.
Yeah. Anyways,
I just can't count.
No. So, anyways, yes. So I'm so excited for Kiffin at LSU. He's going to turn this program around. I think he. I'll put money on it. How long did it take all the other coaches? What? Nick Saban, Les Miles, and then Ed Orgeron. It took them what? How long to win a national championship?
4 years.
4 years. He'll win a national championship within 4 years. Bank on it. I'll bet you. I don't care.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. That's how excited. Because, sober Kiffin is all business.
Oh, he's all business. Yeah.
He's 11-1 at Ole Miss last year. Just look it up.
Yeah.
Look everything up. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I've been giddy for the last couple of days.
And if everything on the field doesn't excite you, honestly, you still get the sober, the more mild off the field, character with Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
you do.
His press conference was awesome, and we've only had one recruit leave. We had somebody transfer from Ole Miss today. I can't remember his name.
J.C. Anderson.
J.C. Anderson, and nobody else has left. None of the recruits, and we still have the transfer portal and early signing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but if you're an LSU fan, this is probably you haven't been this excited ever. If you're me, I've never been this excited.
The Lane train is rolling.
Lane train's rolling, baby. Choo choo. We on it. Do you want to get to some more coaching hires? Or you got anything else on Lane Kiffin? I'll talk about Lane Kiffin all day.
I know, right?
And here's the best part. Okay, and this is how you know I'm genuine. I went from hating Lane Kiffin about a month ago to this guy. I'll find him at a hot yoga place in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the talk of the town is that Lane Kiffin is a hoe. He's not a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that, or has he settled down?
People change.
People change.
Ole Miss fans are going to call him a hoe.
Oh yeah, all day.
Yeah, 100%.
There's actually songs already created about it.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, how many of your ex-girlfriends do you call a nice lady?
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You have an excellent point.
I'm sorry, Ole Miss. You got dumped. Again.
I will say, I know that LSU is one of the top 5 jobs in America. The only thing is that he does have that type of nature of like jumping ship and such. I mean, we've seen it quite a few times in his career. I'm not worried about many programs. Like, I wouldn't be worried about him jumping to Texas. I know Texas is, could be argued as a better job than LSU. I'm not worried about him jumping there. I'm not worried about him jumping to Ohio State. Again, Ohio State could be argued as a better job. I'm not worried about it. I am worried if Alabama ever gets open. That's the only thing that I'm actually worried about.
Because of his ties there?
Because of his ties, he actually does have interest. And actually, that was a large conspiracy theory this offseason, was that if Kalen DeBoer lost to Auburn, he would go take the job at Penn State, and then Lane Kiffin would jump ship to Bama.
This is why I love college football.
I know, it's great.
And the people who follow it.
It is crazy. Just go on a message board, and you will see the craziest shit out there.
And like, I understand people who live, breathe, and die by the NFL. But man, there's nothing better than college football.
No, you're not getting this type of talk in the NFL.
I mean, it's yeah, you're right. No, that is a weird scenario.
You didn't hear that one?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that was a wild one. It actually, to be honest with you, it actually did get me scared. I was like, holy shit, is he playing like 5D chess? Like, this wasn't even 4D chess. This was like 5D chess.
If the people who argue Alabama is a better job than LSU, that's a 1A, 1B situation.
I don't think so. I think he just has more familiarity, and he enjoyed it when he was over there.
Yeah, but he likes that Orgeron. I'm just going to keep going back to that.
He does. And actually, Nick Saban, his mentor, actually did push him toward this job.
Yes, that is true. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
He said it on College Game Day multiple times.
Well, and he was like, he didn't directly say it on his press conference, but he basically did.
Yeah. He was I guess he didn't really say it on College Game Day either. He just said like the best place for Lane Kiffin to be was LSU. Mm-hmm. Which is basically same.
Yeah. But he was talking about, I got some advice, and he was like, I'm not going to say where I got the advice.
Right.
And it was like, we know where you got the advice. Like, we know that you're hitting up Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck wouldn't if they had ties to Nick Saban?
Right. He's the godfather. He's the ultimate consultant. Ultimate consultant. Let's see. Let's get to some other coaching hires. Dude, we got a bunch of them. I fucking love it. Dude,
we do.
This is crazy. I kind of love where college football is. I think we got a lot of work to do in the direction that we need to go in. But good Lord, man. We got coaching hires right in the middle of the season. I know a lot of people don't like this because this is a big thing. Obviously, the Lane Kiffin going to LSU in the middle of an Ole Miss playoff run. But that's insane. That's kind of crazy, right? You never see that in any other sport, right?
In the middle of the season?
In the middle, but at an 11-1 team.
At 11-1 team, yeah.
At an 11-1 team, you'll never see that anywhere else. That's why college football is the best, by the way. Anyways, I digress. John Summerall to Florida. This was probably one of the more surprising ones. I think John Summerall was holding out.
Well, right? He was second in line. He knew that. But
right.
At the same
everyone was like John Summerall to Auburn.
Well, yes.
So and John Summerall was like, I might want to go to Florida or LSU.
That's true, and actually, apparently there was some talks about John Summerall was talking to Florida and then backed out because there was a couple of stipulations that he wanted to see done and Florida did not. Wasn't going to give him initially, and he was like, I'm out.
Oh, because Florida also thought they had the Lane Kiffin card to play.
Yeah, they thought they had the Lane Kiffin card.
Mm-hmm. So
but
that trump card went real fast.
Yes. So, and then they came, once the Lane Kiffin was out on that, they were like, we got to go back to John Summerall.
It was like, okay, John, we'll give you what you want.
Yeah. I forgot if it was related to NIL or something like that. It was something he was like, he was very adamant about, and he dropped discussions and then he went back into it.
Honestly, I kind of like that. If more coaches should put more emphasis on the NIL. If they're not going to give you what you want, then don't go, because that NIL is huge nowadays. Like that's how you get players. It's not recruiting anymore.
Yeah.
I think it'll be it is kind of funny. All the memes are pretty good. They're kind of just like Florida did the same thing. Right?
Billy Napier 2.0.
Billy Napier 2.0.
Oh my gosh. I've gone through Florida message boards and they are absolutely livid. Yeah. And I actually mentioned this on last week's show. I said I didn't think that Florida was going to hire John Summerall because it looked way too much like the Billy Napier hire. Little did I know at the time that they had the same previous 4 years of head coaching experience prior to Florida. Their records were the same, and like these were some hardcore Florida fans that went and looked this up because, I mean, obviously Billy Napier had 4+ years experience at UL Lafayette, and then but John Summerall, they went back to his Tulane years and they went back to his Troy years, and they figured out those 4 years leading up to the Florida hire, he had the same record. He had the same amount of wins over Power 5 schools. He had the same amount, or top 25 schools. He had the same amount of titles, Sun Belt titles, Sun Belt or American titles.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. Conference titles. He had the same amount. Like, it was like pretty identical.
Wow.
I didn't realize how similar it was, and I was like, wow. Yeah, this was crazy. So
Again, why college football is the best.
Yes.
Just for college football fans.
Because you're going to have those diehard fans that do this. But needless to say, they were livid on the message boards. They do not like the hire. They've actually have been boycotting and protesting in front of their AD Scott Strickland's house. And
in front of his house?
Yes.
Lord.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad. I mean, although they're not a big fan of Scott Strickland in general, but this did not help it.
No. I mean, if you look at Florida they really haven't done much.
No.
They haven't done much, so I don't blame them for being pissed. I didn't know that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. It is hilarious.
Well, hey, you know what? John Summerall, he has something to prove, and he's got a whole fan base to prove it too. Maybe he'll step up.
I will say he won a lot of their fans over on the introductory press conference.
Yeah,
because he doesn't sound like Billy Napier, and I will say that's what my thought process was. Like I've seen them both talk, and they're different personalities.
They are. Yeah, I mean, I like John Summerall, but I can't have a strong opinion on this because I loved the Billy Napier hire for them, and I really wanted LSU to get Billy Napier, and I'm very glad that they didn't get him. And I was very wrong about Billy Napier. So I'm gonna just take a step back from John Summerall. I like him.
Okay,
that's all I'm gonna say. I like him.
I do like John Summerall.
Yeah, he seems like I like him better than personality wise than Billy Napier.
Yeah. Contrary to what Lane Kiffin said, I don't think he's a great fit for Florida. I think he would have been a better fit for Auburn.
I think so too. That's where it just seemed like he fit more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That or Kentucky.
Yeah.
Because he is from Kentucky. Or he played at Kentucky. So.
Yeah. Yep. I forgot about that.
But yeah, that's all I got on this one.
Speaking of Auburn, Alex Galesh. I don't mind that hire. Do you think that he was their second pick? Like their second option? Auburn's second option?
Behind John Summerall?
Behind John Summerall, yeah.
No.
Who do you think that was their...
I think Alex Golish was their number one pick for this. I mean, out of this coaching cycle.
Wait, over John Summerall?
Over John Summerall, yes.
Oh, okay.
I think so. And honestly, the fans are actually not mad at this one.
Yeah, well, he beat what? He beat Boise State this year. He beat Florida this year. Like South Florida stepped up in the big games.
Oh yeah,
they're in South Florida. I don't have the stats in front of me, but they've been in contention. They haven't been good. Like they were 8-4 this year, I think, and they've been about that. Like they've made their appearances in the top 25 and everything. But what he's been given to work with, I think Alex Golesh has made the most of his situation.
And that's the big key right there, is because the real indication on this one of how his success has been at South Florida is what he inherited and how he's, turned that program around and made it into what it is right now. Mm-hmm. That's the big deal. And then also, because it really does help out a lot too, is that he's got some good SEC experience. So he's coached at Tennessee. There was another program that he coached at as well. I'm trying to think, but
it's hard to keep up with all of this shit.
I mean, they hop around so much, but yeah, fans weren't mad about this one. Mm-hmm. I think it was because they were more happy that DJ Durkin didn't actually get the head coaching job, which they actually are retaining him as the defensive coordinator, so they got their dream scenario just like LSU.
Just like LSU, yeah.
But yeah, no, they don't mind it, and I don't mind it either. I think Auburn needs to give them a little bit of time because I think that's just kind of the way the state of the program is right now.
Also, I think that's what they're planning on doing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even with John Summerall, I think they're at the point where, like, hey, and honestly, Alex Golesh should be thrilled with that. Mm-hmm. He's got at least 3 to 4 years.
He should.
Like,
he should at least.
Unless he, like, goes all, Tyrod Taylor?
I was going to say Brian Herson.
Yeah. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, you don't fondle a bunch of female athletes. And Tyrod Taylor from Stanford? That's why he got fired.
The quarterback from...
Oh, wait. Tyrod...
quarterback for the Jets?
Oh, who am I thinking of? What's his name?
Oh, you're talking about the Stanford coach.
Stanford coach.
Yeah.
Not Tyrod Taylor. Oh, shit. I almost...
Almost put a bad name on Tyrod Taylor. All he does is just, come in.
He's such a good guy.
I know. He gives a bunch of fantasy points to, terrible teams that were not producing at all.
Yeah. Troy Taylor.
Gosh,
you were there. It was close. Anyways, Troy Taylor. Yeah, he pulled it. He didn't pull a Troy Taylor. Anyways, I think Alex Golesh is going to be good. Ryan Silversfield?
This one's an interesting one. Because nobody wanted Arkansas.
Why not, though?
Honestly, I feel bad. Because, Arkansas is probably could be like a gold mine. But, none of the big sponsors really want to contribute money to them. So, Tyson Meats, mm-hmm. The owner of that, they're
Arkansas guys.
Arkansas alumni. Walmart, Arkansas alumni.
Jerry Jones,
Arkansas alumni. Yeah, there's a lot of potential money, but really, Arkansas is really not interested in investing a lot of money in their football program. They're doing it in their basketball program and baseball program, but really not much in their football program. And it's kind of a crime shame. And that's what a lot of coaches saw. And they were just like, that was the disregard for Arkansas.
They have so much potential, too.
Yeah.
Because they can recruit Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Missouri, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Mississippi. They can recruit all of it.
Yep.
Just geographically.
And they have diehard fans. They have a cult following that they love Arkansas football.
Yep. They ain't got much up there. What else they got? The St. Louis Rams they left.
It's kind of like the best play. Well, that was Missouri.
Yeah, but it's close.
It's close enough.
Close to Arkansas.
Gotcha.
They could have claimed it, kind of like.
But they're also close enough to Dallas. They can tap into that recruiting market.
Exactly. Yep. True. That's true. True. Dallas is massive.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's interesting. SMU's coach, Rhett Lashley. Mm-hmm. He turned down that job. He ended up signing an extension with SMU,
which is crazy because that just goes to show how much money these Texas teams have.
Oh, SMU has buttloads of money.
Buku money. And you know who has more? Texas Tech.
And Texas Tech has a lot of money.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M has a lot of money.
Dude, and maybe even North Texas.
And probably even North Texas.
No, probably not. Otherwise, the coach wouldn't have left.
Yeah.
But it is crazy. Texas is becoming its own, like, fucking conference.
Or country.
Well, yeah. I mean, we knew that we knew that for a while. But, Ryan Silverfield, I think he did a good job at Memphis. He's done really well there. That's why Memphis was highly ranked this year. They didn't quite live up to the expectation, but it was because of the previous job that he did there. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm gonna say with that. So the Arkansas fans, you got that to rest your head on, and I like how a lot of these like lower tier college coaches are upgrading. It's basically a farm for these big conferences.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they know that, and it won't be until they can possibly get themselves or advance themselves up to that upper tier level. But that's the way to do it right now. That's the only way that you're going to be able to do it. I'm kind of curious to see if the American League can actually get themselves as a whole conference, because we're continuously talking about that as the group of 5 team trying to make the playoffs. And if they can keep advancing themselves in the athletic department and just in their schools in general and building themselves up, that would be cool to see like a group of 5 build their way up to like a power 4 team.
Yep. That would
or
be
a conference.
Awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe it'd be like soccer, whether you get relegated.
Exactly.
Speaking of North Texas, Eric Morris, former coach of North Texas to Oklahoma State.
Yep.
That's a huge hire for Oklahoma State.
Big hire.
Massive.
Big time.
North Texas had the number 1 offense in the nation last year.
And this year.
Or that's what I'm saying, this year.
This past season.
Yeah.
Season's already done for you, huh?
Season's done.
I mean, technically it is.
The season is done.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, so this past season. Yeah. Oklahoma State got a steal. In my opinion.
I think so. Somebody that's young, somebody that's hungry, very innovative offensively. I think it's going to kind of cater to that fan base, because all of the prime years of Mike Gundy was really high-octane offensive years. Yep. I mean, think Des Bryant, Justin Blackmon.
Dude, I miss Justin Blackmon was such a good college.
Ollie Gordon.
I forgot about Ollie Gordon.
Chuba Hubbard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've had some offensive powerhouses. I mean, what was it? Brandon Whedon. I mean, I know he wasn't a great pro quarterback, but he was definitely
decent college quarterback.
He was a good college quarterback.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'll definitely cater to that fan base. I think it's going to be a match. He's already coached at North Texas, so it's around that region.
Yep.
Big win.
Oh yeah, 100%. I might play some money on Oklahoma State to upset some people next year. But, I mean, we already alluded to it. Pete Golden to Ole Miss. What else were they going to do?
I mean,
hire Brian Kelly? That would have been funny.
Yeah. It was basically one of those, they wanted to look internally first and see if they had a candidate, and they did. And then they didn't even look outside. Yeah.
I mean, by this point, James Franklin has been hired at Virginia Tech, which we'll get to. Like Pat Fitzgerald had been hired. There was really nobody else. I mean,
no. I mean, Penn State's experiencing that now.
Oh yeah, 100. Again, we'll get to that. You want to talk about limbo? I want to tell you about college purgatory, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I mean. Yeah, look, this will be an experiment.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do an experiment. And honestly, if it works out for Ole Miss, this might help them more in the long run than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess, good for you. That's your Pete Golden's your rebound. The rebound.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect analogy.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Penn State, James Franklin to Virginia Tech. It happened a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked about it.
I think we talked a little bit about it.
We did talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll move on then. I didn't think we
It's
talked
still
about
a good
it.
hire.
Yeah, it was a great hire.
And honestly, it looks better each day that Penn State has not hired a head coach.
Correct. Correct, 110%. Virginia Tech that y'all better be like thanking your lucky stars. I got Pat Fitzgerald to Michigan State. I know a lot of Michigan State fans are not happy about it, and I'm basing that solely off of the 3 Michigan State fans that I know.
Okay.
There's a couple of seasons that you can turn back to and look where Pat Fitzgerald did a very, very good job. He won the Big Ten West twice, okay? I think it was in 2018 and 2020, 21, something like that. I think he's been there since 2006. So I think towards the end of his tenure there, he just started losing the confidence of the fan base, the organization, and then he inevitably started losing the locker room.
And, losing the battle of complacency,
Yes.
which that's something that happens to just about every coach.
Yes, and the fact that it hasn't happened to Kirk Ferentz in Iowa blows my mind.
Yep.
So I think that's what happened to Pat Fitzgerald. I think he needed a new place to get rejuvenated.
Yeah,
that's my thing for Michigan State fans.
A rejuvenation was definitely in line for him. Mm-hmm. And actually, honestly, considering what he's gone through with all the lawsuits and everything, definitely
correct.
Definitely what the doctor orders.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting because, like you said, I mean, the last time he coached, there was an NIL, there wasn't the portal, and there were still divisions in the Big Ten.
Right.
Which is kind of a big difference.
Yep.
But, so, I mean, his biggest thing is going to be able to rely on what he was able to find success on the field with, but also at the same time tapping and kind of opening himself up to changes in the other roster building, type of techniques nowadays in today's college football.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I do think that these new hires this year, this is a side note, but I think these new hires this year, they'll experience a different type of staff that they're going to be a part of.
Okay.
That they're going to have to get used to. That's the only concern I have with Pat Fitzgerald. So they're going to have these new college teams are going to have. I think they're going to end up getting GMs. They're going to get people like transfer portal associate or chancellor or whatever the fuck it is. They're going to get. There's going to be new people that are going to be hired for certain positions because they can't handle everything.
Yep.
It's how you adjust to that. That's the only knock I have on Pat Fitzgerald. Is he going to be set in his ways, or is he going to be able to adjust?
Yeah. I think that's the biggest question on this hire. But other than that, I mean, hey, he was going to get a chance somewhere.
Yeah.
You
don't keep somebody for that long. Like from what was he 06 to 22 or something like that?
It was a long time.
It was a very, very long time. He was one of the longest tenured head coaches. But I think there's more upside than downside to this hire for Michigan State. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think they took a look at their program in the mirror and was like, hey, look, we're kind of down in the dumps. Like, this guy was a sure thing back in the day. And like you said, did it for a long time, was able to build himself a type of culture and program. You just, like you said, you hope he's open to the new changes and is not completely set in his ways. Mm-hmm. If he can just kind of keep the things that were successful on the field, but are open to, because basically all you have to do is like separate it from what the NFL would be like operations, which is coaches, and front office, which would be general manager and roster building.
100%. I got 2 more. I got Bob Chesney to UCLA. Which, if we know anything about JMU, that's UCLA should be very excited.
Yes, but I also thought that was Penn State's man.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was looking that way. What did UCLA do to swoop him, or what is Penn State doing right now?
That's what I'm wondering. Penn State looks like, they kept Bob Chesney to the side and just didn't value him on his worth, and UCLA came along as the, hey, look, if you're looking for somebody, I'm here.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's like that girl in high school that like she hadn't quite developed yet, so you just kind of like pushed it. She was into you, but you pushed her to the side, and then finally some other guy came around, swooped her up. She had a glow up, and now you're like, oh fuck, what did I miss out on?
What I miss?
Yeah, that's
okay. The only knock that I have on Bob Chesney, and this could be evaporated very, very quickly, but he took over after Kirk Cincinnati.
Right.
Was his success a product of Kirk Cincinnati?
Okay.
Or is he kind of under the coaching tree and learned from him and implemented the same system?
Do you know how long was he when he was hired? Was he on the Kirk Cincinnati coaching staff?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
If he was, then that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Because we could have a Les Miles effect for LSU fans.
Exactly.
Who know anything about college football. After Les Miles got hired when Nick Saban left for Miami Dolphins, he won a national championship clearly because of Nick Saban's recruited players. Basically, Nick Saban should have 2 national championships at LSU.
No, I take that back.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, he was not.
Oh, okay. So so this guy might change UCLA around, which I think would be good for college football too. We need more West Coast teams to be good.
The West Coast teams have sucked.
I know, and
except for Oregon.
Yeah, but I mean, when was the last time Oregon won a national championship?
Ooh, shots fired, huh?
So I'm just saying. The last one I had, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Will Stein to Kentucky. Oregon. Speaking of Oregon or offensive coordinator. It's one of those things that we'll see. I mean, he doesn't really have very much head coaching experience. So
I feel like this was a deal under the table to stab Mark Stoops in the back.
Why?
Because I think this was a done deal before it even happened. Will Stein's dad played for Kentucky as a defensive end back in the day, and he grew up in Kentucky. He did play college football as a quarterback at Louisville, which is their long-time rival. Mm-hmm. But
he personally did.
But he's definitely Kentucky through and through. So honestly,
they kept saying he grew up going to Kentucky games.
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
Yes. Yeah. So honestly, I think this was a done deal before Mark Stoops was even fired. I think Kentucky was already in talks with him. He's honestly been kind of more of the up-and-coming offensive coordinators in the league. He's done it with quite a few guys at this point. Dante Moore, the quarterback before Dylan Gabriel, and there was another guy he was the offensive coordinator or the head coach, offensive coordinator at UTSA with Frank Harris and set some records. He's been kind of a quarterback guru for some, the last couple of years. And yeah, he was kind of an up and coming name, but with the ties with Kentucky, it seems like it was just a marriage waiting to happen.
And Kentucky wanted to get rid of Mark Stoops. They were done.
They were just done with him, which is kind of bad because, I mean,
he had some good years.
He did have some good years. What Mark Stoops' problem was, he didn't dart before at the time that he should have.
After what season?
I name one.
Yeah,
true. He had some good seasons with Kentucky.
There was always an upset or two in there.
But football's never going to be a number one priority
in
Kentucky.
Yeah,
it's always going to be basketball. I mean, Bear Bryant knew it. Mm-hmm. Even back then, this is way before the NIL and transfer portal days.
Bear Bryant?
Yeah, Bear Bryant.
Yeah. Well, because Adolph Rupp, that's who made Kentucky. Exactly. And that was in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
That was in like the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, same time.
Same
time that Bear Bryant was there.
And then he went to Alabama in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Bear Bryant got a ring when he had the best season in Kentucky history in football, and Adolph Rupp got a Cadillac when he had a 500 season in basketball. And Bear Bryant said, Nope. This I am never going to be prioritized." So he went off to Alabama. So yeah, fuck you, Kentucky.
Yeah. Bear Bryant, Bear Bryant, I hate Alabama, but Bear Bryant is the ultimate football guy of all time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he predicted his own death. He's like,
yeah, that's right.
I will die when I stop coaching football. He stopped coaching football, and 2 or 3 weeks later, he died.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Any other coaching hires that I should mention?
No notable ones.
Notable? Okay, yeah, there was a couple of them, but they were UAB. I think had one. Oh no, UAB is still open.
California got.
So, oh wait, they got somebody?
Yeah, California got Tosh Lopoi.
I don't know who that is.
Lopoi. He's a defense coordinator at Oregon.
Oh, okay. So Oregon's losing their offensive coordinator and defense coordinator.
Yep.
Okay, Dan Lanning.
Yep.
Okay, Dan Lanning. This is your time to shine, because Saban could do it.
Also, North Texas picked up not Devin Neal.
Devin Neal is the New Orleans Saints running back.
Yeah, I know. Who's the previous coach at West Virginia that coached at Troy?
Rich Rod?
No. His last name was Neal.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so we got two California. California got picked up. And North Texas got picked up.
Neil Brown.
Okay. Let's see. Are my notable openings, and I guess I might be wrong, but Penn State, obviously, that's the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the funniest one. Because who the fuck they gonna get? Are they waiting? Here's my only thing. They could be waiting for the NFL to be done, which would be big, because
that's true.
They may be able to snag an offensive coordinator. They may be able to snag I don't think anybody's gonna get fired and then go to Penn State, but that's about their best option, right?
Yeah, I think so, because they did make a serious offer for BYU's coach.
Kalani
Sitake, thank you. I'm appreciative that you said that before I did.
100%. But he pulled a Wolf of Wall Street.
He did. He also, I did not know this, he also is a LDS, Latter-day Saints member.
Oh, he's a Latter-day Saints.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So, which is absolutely perfect for BYU.
Yeah, 100%.
So, basically, if BYU just basically has to be like, hey, look, we'll give you more money. You've earned it. Just stay with us.
Right.
And basically, he's got the motivation to be like, yeah, all right.
I'm not fucking leaving.
But
we got the other coaching vacancies. Obviously, these are the farm teams, the coach farm teams: Tulane, South Florida, JMU, and Memphis. I'm excited to see who Tulane gets. I'm not excited because they're playing for a spot in the playoffs, but also so is North Texas, who just got a new coach.
Yep.
It's Tulane and North Texas to play for that 12th spot. It's basically, I love watching these schools, because it's okay, who's going to be the next Power 4 school coach? Who's going to be? They're grooming the next Power 4 school coach.
Yep.
Tom,
either that or somebody who's going to get redemption.
Just
you
want a redemption story?
Yeah, just like Neil Brown.
Yeah. Who is still available to coach? I mean, obviously we got Brian Kelly, Billy Napier. I like PJ Fleck from Minnesota. I don't know if he's gonna leave.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's going to be appealing enough for a Penn State job.
I don't think so either.
And that's the thing. He wouldn't have to move up.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about just a job in general. I wouldn't be surprised if he, like, the way everything's going, I wouldn't be surprised if he went and tried to change something in South Florida or just do something at JMU. Something crazy. Just get the fuck out of Minnesota because he's been the same. Minnesota's just been the same. They've been like the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just been the same fucking thing. And then I always put Ed Orgeron on there. Yeah,
I know. He seems like he's the perfect fit for Tulane, but
how incredible would that be?
That would be incredible. But at the same time, Tulane is at the present time interviewing Blake Baker for that head coaching job.
Fuck you, Tulane.
I know.
I love you. You're my little bro, but I'll slap you.
But if I really had to be honest, and this is not being biased that I don't want Blake Baker to leave, I think their best option right now is actually Billy Napier.
Billy Napier thrives in that environment.
He thrives in that environment. His last season at UL Lafayette, he brought them to a one-loss season.
Yeah.
Or not just like Tulane because they've lost 2 games, but
I think Tulane last year was
one loss season.
I believe so. Hang on, Tulane.
But yeah, so he's going to have a chip on his shoulder because coming off of Florida, obviously with the wild expectations that they had, and I think too, I think DJ Lagway was not the quarterback that Florida fans think that he is. And that's what screwed him.
Yeah, that is true. I think DJ Lagway is athletic. He's just not a quarterback.
Yeah, and Florida kept being competitive after Billy Napier left, which shows one thing. They have talent on that team.
Correct.
So he was doing right things for that program. I think it's kind of been a mess for quite some time. We've had quite a few notable coaches go over there that haven't had the success that they wanted. Dan Mulling, Wilt Muschamp. I
don't think anyone's had success since Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer, yeah. Jim McElwain.
Yeah, nobody's done well.
No.
I think it's just a really hard place to do well, unless you're
Urban Meyer.
No, or Steve Spurrier,
or Steve Spurrier.
Yeah, both of them. Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer. They were both kind of dickheads.
You need to be a dick.
You need to be a fucking dick to play in Gainesville.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. All right. Anything else on the coaching? I think
we went through plenty of that.
I knew we were going to spend a lot of time on that. I was so excited for that. All right, let's get to the game. LSU, Oklahoma. I don't really care. I had 2 positives. We don't have to watch any more of the LSU offense play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that was honestly, there was never a game that I wanted to hire Lane Kiffin so bad than the LSU Oklahoma game.
Dude, Michael Van Buren didn't have 100 yards passing.
No. He did not.
Which leads me to all right. Actually, wait. Hang on. Let's get to the positives. We don't have to watch LSU offense anymore, minus the bowl game. But that bowl games don't count in college football anymore. The defense played well again, and this is one of those things where LSU had nothing to play for. The defense had no reason to play as well as they did, but they still came out and played. DJ Pickett got a fucking interception. AJ Halsey got an interception. And Harold Perkins got an interception, which I was happy to see Harold Perkins get an interception.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was awesome. So those are my 2 positives. I just need a couple of positives. I only have 1 negative because I just stopped taking notes.
Yeah. No, Yeah, there was not much that I could do with positives or negatives at this point. All my attention was focused on Lane Kiffin.
Yep.
You know?
Same.
So,
All right. Well, let's go to Alabama Auburn. Alabama Auburn. Taking the foot off the gas. Jesus Christ, they were up 17-0.
I was just like, going into this game, I was like, it's at Auburn. It's at the Plains. Jordan Harris Stadium. They have some sort of voodoo magic that we've seen countless times again against Nick Saban, Alabama coach teams.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, there could be a chance. Mm-hmm. There could be a chance that we could see some madness happen. And especially with all the conspiracy theories with Kalen DeBoer losing this game and going to Penn State.
The Jam Miller injury.
Yeah. I was just kind of like, all right, I'm kind of here for it. And then they go up 17-0 against Auburn. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't think this is happening. I just basically tuned it off, going, focus on other games, focus on other things. And then tune it back over again. Let's check and see what happened. Sure enough, 2020, crazy year, crazy ball game.
Yep.
I was like, this might just happen again.
I will never, ever, it doesn't matter which team, if someone is favored by more than 7 points in this game, I will never, ever bet on them.
Never bet on them?
No. Alabama was plus or minus 10. This game is always so close. If the line is 7 or more, I will bet plus money every time.
Well, the line was minus 6.5 at the beginning of the week.
Oh yeah,
because remember that was one of my picks.
I'm pretty sure it went up to 10, bro. Because I lost this. This was part of my boys' parlay, and it was not fun. Not fun. But yeah, it was a good Iron Bowl.
It was a good Iron Bowl. That was tough for Cam Coleman.
Yeah,
that was tough.
Yep.
I mean, and he's gonna bounce back from that. Honestly, if he learns anything from this, if he beefs up a little bit, he could be the number 1 wide receiver in that draft. And that's saying something in a draft with Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams.
Yep. I love Ryan Williams. All right, let's roll through these. Tennessee versus Vandy. Clark Lee has the awesome second half adjustments. I think Vandy should. I would love to see Vandy in the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna get in. There's no scenario. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, and you're hearing all the pundits say what if Texas had the same resume as Vandy? What if Ohio State had the same resume? What if Michigan had the same resume? I know it's tough. That's why I think their only hope relies on a terrible offensive game in the Big 12 or Big 10 championship.
Yep.
And Pavia wins the Heisman.
And then they have to bring him in.
But
all right, we'll get to scenarios in a second. But
okay, never mind. Yep. You're right.
My next point about this game is Josh Heupel in the hot seat? / warm seat?
No.
Okay.
I think he's won over the Tennessee fan base enough to give him a little slack.
But Tennessee's they've been on the cusp every time and just never made it.
Yeah, but if you're going to be realistic, you had your 5-star quarterback at the very beginning of the season that decided to, boycott you for more money, and
LSU did too. I mean, Bryce Underwood decided.
Yeah, but that's
more
different.
Money.
This is different. You had an established starter in the league.
That's fair. That is fair.
You're right.
You're
Underwood,
right.
That doesn't change our game plan.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna start Garrett Nussmeier regardless.
Yeah.
But
that's fair. That's fair.
This changes your whole entire outlook or philosophy.
And look, for the record, I don't mind Josh Heupel. I really don't. He's a fun. He's not really fun, but he's He's a guy.
I think he fits with the Tennessee culture. He's a culture guy for sure. I know that doesn't mean anything for you as far as they go and with a head coach, but but no, he's adapted into Tennessee. Yeah.
It was just when I said that, it was more of just like everyone thinks that like LSU coach should be Cajun. That's it. Mm-hmm. Which I don't believe. Let's see. Ohio State versus Michigan. The only thing I had on this, because it was a blowout, I saw this coming from a mile away. I bet a lot of money on this, and I made a lot of money on this, and I was happy about it. That was about it.
Yeah, no, this was one of my picks as well. We'll talk about that when we go to it. But honestly, it was more of like what could have been game, because that Jeremiah Smith touchdown, where he was kind of bobbling it going into the end zone. I don't know if you saw that.
Jeremiah Smith?
Yeah. Jeremiah Smith was bobbling the touchdown as he went into the end zone, and his first step into the end zone was out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking about whether that should be a touchback or not. It was a little bit of a controversial call, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. But anyways, I think if that would have been overturned, I think this game would have looked a lot different. Mm-hmm. Not saying that Michigan would have won, but I think it would have been a lot closer.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Ohio State was clearly the more talented team. That's basically what I gathered from this game. Texas versus Texas A&M. This one kind of shocked me. A&M losing, but my thing was, did A&M want to lose this game?
So they don't go to the SEC
championship? So they
championship?
don't go to the SEC championship game, which is more to my point of why we should not have championship games.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have championship games. This is one of those I think A&M probably wanted to lose. It was a good thing for A&M. Do you know exactly how these conferences decide who are the top two? Like if they have the same record at the end of the day.
It depends on the teams that they beat. It depends on the games that they lost. I think that's kind of more of a mathematical, scientific.
It's
a little bit more aligned with that.
It's above our head.
It's not like a playoffs where it's voted on a committee. I think it's a little bit more so like, hey, this team beat this team and this team beat this team, and because this team beat this team, they are ahead of this team.
Okay, so for instance,
but it's only conference play. So obviously Alabama with Florida State.
Right. So that's why it's crazy that Alabama is number one in the SEC right now.
I know, that's wild.
It's insane. I don't quite understand it. Should I understand it? I maybe should understand it.
But that kind of brings us to, we're talking about playoff projections right now, right? Mm-hmm. This brings us to the question: if Alabama loses the SEC championship, does the number one seed from the SEC drop out of the playoffs over one game?
Because of the rankings, yes. They have to. They have to, because the college football playoffs are based off of the rankings.
Yeah.
But it's weird. That's why it's weird. It's proving my point.
Yep.
And this keeps coming back to why conferences need to have divisions. Okay? I've been preaching this, and honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to put it into existence. I'm just trying to say it into existence because conferences need divisions. None of this makes any sense to any of us. I just want... Look, take out the championship game. You add another game, okay? You take out the championship game. You add another regular season game, which nobody's going to complain about. The universities aren't going to complain about it because they get more money. You and I aren't going to complain about it because we get more football. And the players aren't going to complain about it because they get to play more football. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win for everybody. Okay. That's why just do conferences and divisions. That's it. Don't do any more conference championships. Done with the conference championships.
Yeah, because that's my thought. If Alabama loses the SEC championship and misses the playoffs, like that's going to be the end of conference championships for sure.
And then we don't have to worry about Ole Miss not getting penalized for losing Lane Kiffin.
That might still happen.
They didn't get penalized.
They did not get penalized.
They moved up one.
They did actually. I think that was sympathy points.
But my thing is, it's going to be a lot if we move into this conference and division structure that I want to. It's going to be based off of record, not based off of whatever a college committee wants to determine is right or not.
So go back to computers with the BCS.
No. Just BCS was stupid. That was wild. Because that was one of those things where, like, if you had three or four teams with the same record in the top, then you just went to computers. No, this is playoffs. This is how you actually determine who is the best team.
Who's the best team?
Yes. Like we're big bracket guys.
Oh, we're definitely big bracket
guys. Big bracket guys. That brackets determine everything.
But who determines who goes into the brackets?
Well, that's what divisions are for.
Do we go back to computers, but just label it as AI? So we'll just let AI decide. We go from BCS, which is computers. We'll go to humans, where everybody gets mad at them again, and then we just throw it back to AI.
AI, I'm down. All right, fuck it. We alluded to this earlier. Notre Dame could be out with a BYU win, which I think the media would hate.
Absolutely hate it.
They would hate that. I personally hate Notre Dame, so I would love it if BYU. I'm rooting for BYU. Probably gonna bet Texas Tech, but I want BYU to win.
Honestly, I feel like I have the most anti Notre Dame position, and that's because I want Vanderbilt in it.
Yes. So wait, is that the only scenario that Vanderbilt would get in?
I don't know a scenario where Vanderbilt gets in.
I don't either. I can't see it.
That's why I'm saying, like, I think Pavia for Heisman is the only way.
He'd have to win over the committee.
And if that wasn't a true Superman like scenario or origin story, I don't know what is.
Yeah, me neither. This is another one that I don't get. I don't really understand the conference championship, because obviously Virginia is playing for the ACC conference championship. The Duke Blue Devils are also in the ACC conference championship. Here's the thing with the Duke Blue Devils that I want to share with you. The Duke Blue Devils conference record is 6-2. You know what their ranking is?
What is it?
They don't have a ranking because they're not ranked in the top 25. Okay? Guess who is ranked in the top 25?
Who's that?
Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Miami Hurricanes. Guess what their conference ranking is?
What's that?
6-2.
Okay.
I don't understand this. SMU Mustangs and the Pittsburgh Panthers are also 6-2 in the ACC.
They won their division.
What do you mean?
They won the ACC North and North. Or
they don't
South.
have divisions. There's no divisions in the ACC.
That beats my argument.
This is what's it angers me a lot. I don't understand any of this. This doesn't make any sense.
Well, the ACC doesn't make much sense to anybody this year.
The Miami Hurricanes are 10-2, Joe. The Duke Blue Devils are 7-5.
I mean,
there's
I
no
agree with you.
divisions.
I agree with you. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Am I missing something? Is there divisions that I'm not seeing?
Yeah. No, I have a little bit of tidbits on this a little bit later, but that goes with another category. But no, you're not missing anything on this.
What category? Let's dive into it right now because I'm about to go to
The picks.
the picks. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So let's get to the college football picks. Fuck it. Why don't we? Game of the... Oh, you want to go previous?
Previous week?
Okay. My favorite of the week, Ole Miss at Mississippi State. Ole Miss -7. No big deal.
Not so much?
No. No, I think Ole Miss got it.
Yeah, no, Ole Miss did.
Yeah.
Ole Miss did.
Yeah, no, Ole Miss got it. They, that was one of my easy ones, though. I had... What was your favorite of the week?
So my favorite of the week was -9.5 Ohio State, Michigan. Now, granted, we do this on Tuesday before, so obviously the lines change, but...
You still got it, right?
I mean, I still got it. I'm not saying I didn't, but I was kind of...
Look at me, I'm Jeff.
I'm just saying... I'm just prefacing for other picks, but yes, I did. For my favorite of the week, I did get that one.
100%. All right, so we both got it, but let's see. I had my dog of the week, Houston at Baylor. Houston +2.5. I did not see if that hit or not. Oh shit.
Yeah. My dog of the week, which was our head-to-head matchup, was Vandy at Tennessee. I actually had +2.5, and you had -2.5.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
I had -10. Yeah, that was my bad one.
So yes, I did get you on that one.
Didn't Houston win? I thought Houston won. Did they not win? Oh, I didn't look that one up. Oh yeah, they won. Yeah, okay, I got that one. I knew I got that one. All right. So yeah, I went 2 out of 3.
And then my last one was I did have Alabama at Auburn. At the time, it was -6.5 Alabama, which that's what I thought was a good line.
Yeah, you got it.
And I got that one.
Yeah. So you went 2 out of 3 as well?
No. I went for 3 for 3.
You went 3 for 3. Fine. Jesus. Sorry.
There's a reason why there was a cockiness in my voice.
All right. Let's see. So you're probably winning. What do we call it? The JMO
Head-to-head.
Head-to-head. Yeah, you're probably winning the JMO head-to-head. All right.
In the words of Lee Corso, not so fast.
All right. Our college picks this week. I'm excited because this is championship weekend, baby. I do. Look, I'm a big proponent of changing the conference championship games up. But when they're here, good Lord, they're exciting.
Oh, they're exciting.
All right, game of the week. I got my game of the week, Georgia at Bama. I got Georgia -2.5.
Game of the week, Georgia. I do have that game.
Mm-hmm.
And which one did you have?
Game of the week, Georgia. I had Georgia -2.5.
Oh, it's a head-to-head.
Oh, you have Bama +2.5?
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but Kalen DeBoer just likes to get up for big games, especially when he's not favored.
But Georgia's better than Alabama.
But if Bama also, if they lose, there's a possibility they might get voted out. Like this is like.
Oh, if Bama loses, they're definitely getting voted out.
Well, I don't know about definite.
100%, dude. They're number 7.
Well, if you feel that way, Kalen DeBoer probably feels that way.
100.
Which means the team probably feels that way. Which is why I made my pick.
Yeah, Georgia wants a first round bye. All right. Wait, so that was your...
That was my dog of the week.
Okay, dog of the week. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's get to dog of the week. My dog of the week, North Texas at Tulane. I got Tulane +2.5. That's my dog of the week.
Dog of the week, 2.5.
Yeah, +2.5. Tulane +2.5. Is that another head-to-head?
No, I actually had it as my dog of the week, and I crossed it out.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Like I've done that. I've done that before.
I felt like I was doing it with my heart, not my brain.
I'm probably doing it with my heart.
It felt too much, and because North Texas has only lost one game, I thought
both these teams do not have head coaches.
No, Tulane's John Summerall's coaching throughout the playoffs.
Is he going? Okay, but all right.
He's coaching this game. I don't know about Eric Morris. I was going to look him up, but I didn't look him up.
I'm still going with Tulane plus 2.5.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, who's your game of the week?
My game of the week is Indiana versus Ohio State.
Okay, what'd you pick?
I picked Indiana.
Oh my God, we have three. I think we have 3 head-to-heads.
Well, 2 this week, 1 from last week, right?
No, because you picked Georgia, Bama, right?
Yep.
North Texas, Tulane.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't do that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So my favorite of the week is Ohio State at Indiana. I have Ohio State minus 4.5.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one. I don't know though. I just don't know. I think Kurt Stinetti is on a mission.
The SIG.
Yeah, it's not because I put a future.
I like betting on the SIG.
It's not because I put a future on Indiana back in week 8
to win the national
championship.
Oh wow!
But
I love that.
After they beat Oregon, I was like, this is different.
Mm-hmm.
This is different. But yeah, no, I have them plus 4.5.
Okay. It's your third.
Favorite of the week, I've got Duke versus Virginia. I got minus 3.5 for Virginia. That just seems like a solid play.
Yeah, that is a solid play.
They already beat them.
Duke shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I think they already beat them during the season 29-17, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So I Duke shouldn't be there. It's not like they're hot. They lost 2 games, and then they won two. They won 2 games, which is their last 4 games.
No,
like they're not hot.
They're not good. Okay. All right. I get. Let's just do some. Let's do some NFL picks. I know we're not doing an NFL recap because we've been going for way too long. How long have we been going?
It's been a while.
Jesus. An
hour and 17.
All right. Let's see. Our last week's game of the week. Chiefs at Cowboys was my game of the week. I had them boys.
That was a head-to-head matchup, and you got that one.
Got that one. Them boys. We them boys. You got me on the college, but so far I got you on. What's your game of the week?
That was my game of the week.
So we both had game of the week.
We had both game of the week on that one.
All right. My dog of the week. I did really well in NFL this week, which is the first week I've done well. I had Green Bay at Detroit, or I had Green Bay plus 2.5. Got that one, 100%.
Nice.
What's your dog?
Dog of the week. I actually had Texans at the Colts, which was I thought wasn't a game of the week, or wasn't a JMO special.
No, it was not.
That wasn't. Okay.
No, it was not.
No, I had Texans
because you got
Colts.
it, baby.
I did get that one.
Yeah. My dog of the week, I had. Oh yeah, that was a dog of the week. My favorite of the week, Eagles versus Bears. I had Eagles minus 7. I fucking hate the Bears.
The Bears are pretty crazy.
They have Ben Johnson. That's about it.
And they've been barely winning.
That
was pretty good.
Favorite of the week, Joe.
Favorite of the week, I have 49ers at the Browns minus 4.5. Seems like it was stealing from a baby.
Yeah,
on that one.
Yeah. It's. I just you thought the Browns defense would have been a little bit better on that.
Just
one.
a little bit.
A little bit
better.
All right, this week. I love this slate. This slate is my favorite of the entire year.
Okay.
My game of the week is the Bengals at Bills.
Game of the week?
Yep.
Okay.
Bengals plus 5.5.
That's a JMO special.
Yeah, we got JMO special, baby.
That's my dog of the week. But,
okay, that's fine. It's a JMO special.
Yeah, where it's JMO special.
All right, my dog of the week is Cowboys at Lions. I got Dallas +3. I'm riding in the Cowboys. Dallas is on the decline. Detroit's on the decline. Dallas is on the incline.
I kind of almost did that one. I kind of liked it.
Oh, it's so good.
I liked it.
It's so good. I'm all in on the boys.
Yep.
I want like I said, I think it was last week or the week before. I want the Cowboys to just be so far up here when they go to the playoffs and just get crushed. Crushed.
Yeah.
What's your...
I had this go to my game of the week since you did yours the first time. I have Texans at the Chiefs. I've got the Chiefs -3.5. And I went back and forth on this. You can see my notes. I actually...
Wait, you
used it
have
with
what?
a pen. I have Chiefs -3.5.
Oh, I have that as...
As your favorite?
As my favorite.
Oh, that's a JMO special.
The Chiefs -3.5?
Chiefs -3.5.
Yeah. That's why you guys are my favorite.
Texans are on a 4-game win streak. I think they're due. They've also had some close games. Like they had a 16-13 game against the Titans. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's like they're a dominant win. Like they've been impressive.
Right.
But not a dominant.
They're more of a defensive team.
But not a dominant win streak. Chiefs are desperate.
They're in win now mode.
They have to win. I think this is So you definitely agree. That's your favorite of the week.
Favorite of the week.
So and then my favorite of the week, I'm just gonna dog the Saints.
Why?
Saints at the Bucks -8.5 Bucks. I know
it's a division game. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna. You know what?
You're gonna fade me.
I don't ever bet my teams. But I will bet the Saints just to spite you.
Just to fade me.
Yes. No, spite you.
Okay, fine. Spite.
Yes, spite.
But no, I didn't feel good doing this. I didn't feel good doing it. But the Bucks need a win. They do need a win on this one.
Dude,
big
I'm
time.
low-key trying to bet the Carolina Panthers to win the division.
Win the division?
Dude, come on. It's +300 or it was last weekend.
It's not a bad bet.
I don't know.
I just, like I said, I think Bucks know that the Carolina Panthers are on their tail, and I think it's kind of a big win. The Saints cannot start fast to save their life.
No.
So, they're probably going to
also not good at football.
They're not good at football. So, I feel like they're going to get down big, and it's going to be tough for them to get back. I think they'll lose by at least 10.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. All right. No, we got a couple of JMO specials. I'm pumped.
A couple of JMO specials and a couple of head-to-head matches. Actually, 2 JMO specials on the NFL side and 2 head-to-head matches on the college side. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. You got anything else?
I think that's about it.
I got one more thing.
Oh.
This is it. Fuck Zion Williamson. I don't know how many more fucking injuries you can fake before we have to start testing doctors on their fake diagnostics on your stupid body.
Trade him.
Trade him.
Trade him now.
Pull a Durant. Just say you want out. Just say you want out. Who cares?
Actually, jump in the time machine. Trade him 2 years ago.
You can't pull a Harden anymore because you already tried that. You got fat as fuck and we still didn't get rid of you because we like getting fat as fuck. Okay? Just say you want to leave. That's it. Stop with the fake fucking injuries. All right, I'm done. I'm out. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.